welcome back to my channel. I was kind of looking through my stash and I discovered I have a lot of new products that has just been sitting there and I haven't been looking at them or doing any reviews. They've just been tucked around in a corner. So I'm finally going through everything, I'm taking them out and I'm giving you first impressions of brand new products. So today we're going to talk about these interesting little things. These are called the Moonshot jelly pots, and it says color moonwalk. It's never too late for perfecting your something. It's kind of hidden by a thing. Multifarious colors, add some vibrancy in your ordinary life. I think the packaging is so cute. It's just got like this black and pink motif going on and it's just really darling. So I saw these in Singapore and I was in Singapore a long time ago, so yeah, it's been a while. But I thought I'll give you my first impressions. I'll try these out, swatch them for you, and we'll see how it goes. So let's get started. I've never tried this brand before. I think Moonshot is a Korean brand and they are carried in the Sephora's in Singapore, and I think I've sold them in Malaysia as well, but I haven't seen them anywhere else. So they're quite selective in where they're stocking these. I think you can buy them online on their website and on eBay, all that kind of places. So I saw these, I was really interested. They look like a sort of interesting cream eyeshadow thing, but they had a very interesting texture to it. So called the jelly pot, and here it says it's extremely versatile new state-of-the-art jelly-like color pot that creates wide variety of color expression without caking or creasing. That is fantastic. I think my eyelids tend to be oily anyway, so any and every color tend to crease on me towards the end of the day. So I'm interested in seeing whether this actually works and it won't crease on me. And it basically says how to use, apply gently with your fingertips or a fine makeup brush. And the colors can be washed off easily with water. So interesting. So I've got two of these colors and let's open them up and see what they look like. Cute, it's got little pink on the inside of the box, which I think is super darling, even though I'm going to throw that away. Now this is the jelly pot itself. It's got the brand's name on the top, so it's called Moonshot. There we go. And I think on the side of the pot is called jelly pot. Cute. It's really tiny. I wasn't expecting it to be this small. And it says here that there's actually 7.5 grams of product in here. That's a lot of product for a teeny tiny pot. I've got the website opened up and it basically says the same thing as on the packaging. It also says it's available in two types of textures. So there's a pearl and a matte, and keep going on. There's a jelly-like texture with perfect fixation as a cooling effect. The pearl type has glamorous pearls and vivid coloration. The matte type has a matte finish, obviously, and easy to wash off. So I'm kind of going through, and it's also $23, so it's pretty pricey for what is a teeny tiny item. Obviously not as pricey as some brands, but it's still up there. And as I'm going on, okay, so I can see that the first shade I have is Mandheling, that is in M08, and it does say it's a matte. So I like the fact that is easily, they are both color coded as well as reference coded. So M stands for matte and then P stands for pearl line. So it actually tells you what colors fall into which categories, which is really interesting. Now the other colors I have is Mocha Martini, which is actually a pearl. So I have both a matte and a pearl to try out today. And it looks like I've gone for all neutrals as well. So I'll swatch those in a bit. As I'm kind of going through, I'm seeing colors that I really like the look of, especially this one called Moon Revenge. It is so pretty. That's the color there. Do you think that's really pretty? If these turn out nice, I think I might have to get some more, maybe. Anyway, I'm gonna open these up and see what they look like. Cool. So when you open it up, there's actually a safety seal, which is the first I've ever seen of any cream products. Usually, cream products tend to dry out really quickly. So I appreciated the fact that they thought about it and actually put in a safety seal. So let's see if I can get this open. Totally got cut off halfway. Hopefully I haven't lost that much footage. Anyway, I've been trying to open up the safety seals, and unfortunately there's quite a lot of product that is just so much product that is just stuck to the safety seal. So unfortunately I think I'll just have to leave them on because I can't actually get them completely off. I'll just take some product from the seal itself and see how that goes. So they do look very, very sticky. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to try opening up. It looks very liquidy and very sticky. So let's just tap a finger in there. Oh. Yeah, they are very, very sticky. They kind of remind me of the sort of H&M cream eyeshadows, like they're quite squidgy. So this is Mandheling, and you can see it's very, very thick, kind of creamy consistency. I'm gonna, ooh, that's pretty. Oh, wow. It's so soft though, and it blended out just really nicely. I don't know if you can see that. That is very, very nice. It does have a cooling sensation, and that is definitely sort of a matte color, I suppose. Ignore that. I've been scraping at my skin. That's really nice. I'm gonna see if I can build up some of the color. So I'm gonna take a little bit more. You barely need anything really because you are dealing with a cream eyeshadow, so I've got cream eyeshadow now all over my hands, but that's so nice. So that is Mandheling. It is out all over my hands. But yeah, and it dried down really quickly. Like, it just completely dried now. It's not completely smudge proof. Some of it still comes off on my hands, but it's so pretty. Sorry, I keep showing you the same shade. Let's go for the other one. So the other shade that I have, I think it's called Mocha Martini, and I've also tried opening this one. It wasn't as completely kind of jelly-like, I suppose, but there's still a lot of product on the safety seal, so I'm just gonna keep it where it is. I'm gonna use a clean finger. Go in. Oh wow, such a weird consistency. So that is Mocha Martini. I'm just gonna, oh, that is so pretty. I wasn't expecting that because it looked kind of mediocre in the swatches online, but that is a bright orange copper, and it's so pretty. It's very, very shiny, blends out as well. Oh, that's so nice. I'm just really wowed over the consistency of it. Like, look at that. I've just blended it out, and it kind of stays where it is either, so you get a little bit of play time to sort of blend things out, and then it just kind of does not move. That is so pretty, and there's so much product on my fingers. So you can see that as Mandheling, which is a kind of taupey brown, and then you have Mocha Martini, which is that beautiful, brilliant kind of copper shade. Very, very nice. I kind of wonder how they perform on the eyes. I'm gonna try it out. So I think let's scoot you guys in and see how they perform on the eyes. Hold on a sec. A lot closer than I expected. So I've scooted you guys in so you can actually see what I'm doing. And what I think I'm gonna do is take Mocha Martini all over the lids and sort of try to put Mandheling sort of in the crease, and see how that turns out. So I'm gonna just take a little bit of the product. It's so weird. I'm just trying to get more of the seal off so I can actually grab the product. And I can't see myself, so here you go. Oh wow. That is like the weirdest feeling. It's so cooling as well on the fingers. I can't see myself. Okay. And it dries down super, super quickly. It does, yeah. So that's pretty much it dried down. Like you can't even, that's such a pretty color though. It's really, really pigmented. I'm not sure if you can see. It's definitely a kind of satin finish and it's completely dried down. It doesn't look like it's gonna smudge, which is nice. Just gonna, got a little bit more product on my finger, so I'm gonna try to see. There's also a bit of a dry patch there, which is not playing nicely. So what you're gonna find with this product as well, because it dries so quickly, you have a little bit of playtime, but not a lot. So you've kind of got to just blend it out really quickly. If I had a brush, I would probably be using it now. I don't have a brush with me, so never mind. I'm gonna take a little bit of Mandheling and see. Ooh, that's a lot of product. And see how it goes. Okay. I just have a little bit of smudging. I have hooded eyes, so it's a little bit difficult to get it right in the crease, but that's really pretty. I like that. They blend together quite well. You can see it's sort of a little bit crepey because I have such a massive dry patch there, but I think otherwise it looks like it blended fairly well with just my fingers. I've got a little bit of pop of color with Mocha Martini on my eyelids, and then I have Mandheling just sort of in the crease and blend it out, which I think is quite pretty. There we go. That's quite pretty, isn't it? I'm gonna go and do the other eye, and then I'll be right back. I didn't clean my fingers off because the product was just everywhere as I was trying to negotiate around the seal and the pots. So unfortunately it's quite a messy product to work with, and I found that I didn't really do such a good job trying to blend everything out. I don't know whether this can be seen. I'll pop an image down below with a close-up if I can grab one. It's often quite difficult to grab close-up of my eyes, again because I have hooded eyes. I can see though there's a little bit of creasing already happening here just because I've got a little bit of a crepey eyelid situation going on. It's so dry, so it's not really adhering to it in the way that I think it should be. It looks a lot better on this eye, definitely. And yeah, there was so much product because it dried so quickly on my fingers. What I didn't realize was that all the product was just being caked on there, and when I wiped it off, so much product. Is so pigmented though. Just really, really cool. I do find that I don't know if this can be seen, Mandheling is very, very, very cool toned, so it almost acts like a natural taupey shadow. If you're kind of thinking, I thought it might be that lovely sort of warm toned brown, which I prefer using in my crease. but actually I suppose it's like a natural contour color though, and it does kind of make my eyes look a little bit more deep set than it is, especially on this eye. It looks a little bit better than that one. So, what do I think about the Moonshot jelly pots? They are definitely an interesting texture, very, very cooling. It does what it's meant to do, which is, it's really pigmented, feels cooling on the skin. I'm not quite sure about the versatility of it. I think I have a little bit more kind of I'm able to play around a little bit more with my other cream shadows that don't have such a wet texture because they blend a little bit better, and you have a little bit more time to work with them. Whereas these ones, they kind of go on super wet and then you have to blend them really, really quickly before they set. I do think they might actually work better with a brush rather than with fingers. I find that fingers are a little bit too chunky. Maybe it's just my fingers. They're a little bit chunky to sort of get in there and kind of really blend it out. I think it will work a lot better with brushes, so I'm keen to keep trying these and seeing how they perform. I think the colors are beautiful though, especially Mocha Martini, which is this brilliant copper bronzy shade. It's just beautiful, like really, really nice. And it's so nice for like that pop of color. I am interested to also find out how other shadows work on top of these. What I like using cream shadows for is as a base, so putting them on like an eyeshadow primer and then putting powder eyeshadow on top to make them last a lot longer. If they sort of dries down to this kind of texture though, I do think you can just use them as eyeshadows themselves, and I'm hoping that the pigmentation lasts as long as they would. So I'm gonna wear this throughout the day and see how they perform, and I might check in later, so let's see how they go. Overall, I think I'm quite pleased with this purchase. I'm gonna keep trying them and working with them, and yeah, so these are the Moonshot jelly pots. If you, that is like the quickest review ever. I think I've just kind of blitzed through it. Anyway, so if you like this video, please remember to give a thumbs up and click like below. If you're new to my channel and you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe. It's completely free of charge and I'll show up in your newsfeed. So click the subscribe button down below, and I'd love to hear your comments too. If you've used this brand, have you tried Moonshot before? Have you tried the jelly pots before? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. So bye.